Hello everyone, this is Jason Katzenbach again with Portal Feeder, and something came up today and I thought, well, you know what, this is something good that I think a lot of webmasters don't really understand. Now, what you're seeing is only part of a site because this is not my site. I didn't ask permission to show this site, so I need to cover it. But what you see here is this person is using a content management system that's used by a lot of systems. And what it does is it allows you to have a PDF version, a print version, and even does this publisher thing. Now what it does here is it creates multiple versions of the exact same page. Now the reason I wanted to create this video is because you don't want that. And if you do, you want to prevent any search engines from having access to that. The reason is when you hear about duplicate content, this right here is a big duplicate content. This is called internal duplicate content. And the way Google looks at it is they don't want to see multiple versions of the same content. And so what they're going to do is they're going to select one version, and then you're going to get 3 versions put in the supplemental index. So if you're using one of those types of systems, I want you to do a little test right now. I want you to go to Google. Let me show you here. And I want you to type in site, semicolon, or colon, www. Whatever your domain name, whatever your extension, and then space *** minus view. And what's going to happen is when you put this in Google, and again I'm assuming you all know this, that this is going to be your domain name, they're going to show you all the supplemental results for your site. And if you have a similar system to this, you're going to find that you probably have hundreds, if not thousands. This example site we have here have over 27,000 pages in the supplemental index. So what's going to happen is this site's just going to be not really liked by Google because it sees so much supplemental content. It's got 90% of its content in the supplemental index. So check for that. And if you're using a system similar to that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the robots text file to prevent access to these links. Now, depending on the type of system you're using, you might not be able to do it very easily. But in this example, each one of these are put in their own individual folder. So what you would want to do is in your robots text file, you would want to have something like this. What you're doing here, and if you don't know what a robots text file is, you're going to want to find out. Type in robots.txt in your browser in Google and you'll find lots of information on it. But what you have here is you're saying user agents : This means all user agents, all search engine bots that follow the robots text document. Disallow and then the folder. Disallow and then the folder. So what this is going to do is this is going to prevent Google, Yahoo, MSN, and all those other sites from going to these links. And by preventing them there, you're not going to have all that duplicate content. Google's only going to visit the single page content. Now be very careful with this. You want to make sure you're disallowing only one of them. You got to allow some of them. But this will prevent you from becoming a completely supplemental indexed website. Again, if you don't know what the robots text file is, make sure you find that, do some research online. I believe robotstext.org. There's different sites out there. But make sure you double check to see how many pages you have in the supplemental index. Now remember, the supplemental index isn't, when you hear of people saying banned from Google, that doesn't mean you're banned from Google. It just means that your results are put in the back end of Google. And usually a supplemental index, you get very, very little, if any, traffic. So you don't want your site to be in the supplemental index. So I hope you found this little lesson to be informative, and keep in touch with us here at the Portal Feeder blog. And if you haven't checked it out already, we opened the doors a couple days ago back up for Portal Feeder. It'll just be open for a limited time. So come check us out at portalfeeder.com.